Hello and welcome. 10 a.m. and time for a quick live. First things first, weather at this point in time. Let me show you. Let me show you. This is what it is. It's pristine. It's nice. You can see the weather. You can see the sea. You can see the sky also. That's the sky at this point. No rain. You can see the roads. I think you can. Yes, you can. Look at these tuk-tuks and cars going. The water body. It's pretty pleasant. So no rain whatsoever from morning. Having said that, there are predictions of rain in the afternoon. There are predictions of rain tomorrow. And the Sri Lankan Met Department has also issued an advisory which says that a low pressure belt is forming. So you have all of these updates as far as the weather is concerned. At this point, I just had gone out for a walk in the morning and then went for breakfast. It is pretty pleasant, not very warm, not very hot. Things are quite nice. As I showed you, the sun is out. You can see the sea. You can see blue sky, so there are no real clouds around. Some clouds are forming, but not threatening yet. Pakistan team is supposed to practice from 2 and Indian team is supposed to practice from 6 p.m. in the evening. So that's the update as far as the practice schedules are concerned. So once again, weather-wise, Colombo on 14th morning, Valentine's Day, by the way, wish all of you guys a happy Valentine's Day. Somebody's asking what is the authenticity of the weather report. You have to go with the local Met Department. Authenticity of the weather report, if we doubt the local Met Department, then there is no point. Proshenjit, from what we do know, yesterday there was a bit of a drizzle, nothing much, nothing serious. Today so far the sun is indeed out. I can see a lot of people in the beach walking around, and it's lovely weather. So you can go, it's a weekend, you can go for a stroll. I went for a walk in the morning. It was pretty pleasant. It's quite nice. But there are chances of rain, and there are some clouds that are forming as we speak on my left. Whether or not there will be rain, we have to wait and see. But predictions are that there could be some interruption. It's not as if the match will be washed out. It is not as if the match will be washed out or any such thing. I don't think at this point in time it is that bad. Having said that, there could be some interruptions or some delays, which one needs to account for. Now, practice schedules. The Indian team reached or landed at around 9 p.m. They reached the hotel at about 10:20 p.m. Here's the Indian team hotel. If you can you see that building there? That building, the big building there, the glass kind of building. That's the Indian team hotel. That's the ITC Ratnadeep. That's the Indian team hotel. And this where I am is the Pakistan team hotel. So frankly, they're just separated, like I said yesterday, by a water body. You can see from here. You can see these two hotels adjacent to each other. A lot of hotels in this area. So Pakistan will practice. Just met a couple of their players. Australia was having breakfast and then they were going out. Pakistan will practice between 2 and 5 p.m. I will give you all the updates from the Pakistan practice of yesterday. And India will train between 6 and 9 p.m. It's one session under lights each for each team. So Pakistan got it yesterday, 6 to 9. India, because they came in late, will get it today, 6 to 9. There will be a full team practice. Generally, on match day -1, it is optional. But because the Indian team came in late, there will be a full team practice today, is what we understand, or at least the whole team will turn up at the ground. So that's the practice schedule. Coming to the fitness issues and the clarifications on what's going on there, from what I know, Abhishek Sharma will play or should play. Yesterday, he did not look too bad at all. Abhishek should play is what we understand. His entire family, by the way, is in Colombo. His family is in Colombo. Abhishek Sharma looked slightly kind of leaner. Having said that, I don't think he will not want to turn up. His family is here. He will want to be a part of this game. And there is always the Sachin Tendulkar example to fall back on. Sachin Tendulkar in the 2003 World Cup, I think I told you the story. In that match against Pakistan, that 78 ball 98 that Sachin had scored against Shoaib Akhtar, and company at the Centurion in 2003, he lost a lot of body fluids and lost a lot of salt. So thereafter, the next day or so, Sachin had diarrhea. He really was weak. Similar issue, tummy issue, much like Abhishek Sharma. In the next match against Sri Lanka, Sachin Tendulkar batted with tissue paper in his underwear and scored a 90 plus to make India win. That's what you do in World Cups. That's what you do in high pressure situations. You kind of push yourself, soak in the atmosphere, embrace the occasion, and try and make a difference. That's what happened with Sachin Tendulkar in 2003. Abhishek Sharma very keen on playing. Like I told you, his family is here. He's a superstar act in the Asia Cup. 2 matches out of the 3, Abhishek Sharma starts, made a massive difference for India. Pakistan will also know that Abhishek Sharma and Ishan Kishan, if they do get going, it's mayhem. First 6 overs, India can get to 60, 65, 70 runs. And the moment if that happens, the game is half done. So Pakistan will know how important this man is. Obviously, India knows how critical Abhishek Sharma can be at the top of the order. He's been in red hot form. He will want to go out there and make a difference. If he charges down, that will become a massive, massive moment for India. So that stuff you must keep in mind as far as Abhishek is concerned. And like I told you, his family is here. He looked slightly leaner, but I'm told by Shubhayan he's lost a bit of weight, about 4 kilos or so. But in this day and age, recovery with sports science, with everything, is pretty rapid. So there is no reason to believe he wouldn't have traveled with the team had there been zero chance of him playing. He would have wanted to then rest back. The team management would have left him back in India, wanted him to rest back and get ready for the Netherlands game. The fact that he's here in Colombo, the fact that his family is here in Colombo, there's every reason to believe he will turn up. We will keep you updated, having a close eye on Abhishek Sharma at Indian practice tonight. Okay. Let me kind of set this up. People are saying when I will go to the stadium. Pakistan practice is 2 to 5 o'clock. I will let Shubhayan, Rohit, Debashish, Shomik, these people will do that practice. I'll personally go also for the India practice session because I've got to do a couple of NDTV recordings between that period. So we'll finish that and then turn up at the stadium by about 6 p.m. So that's the plan. That's the plan. 5-6 of our Web Sports team members will anyway be there for the Pakistan and the India practice, and you will get every detail, every nuance. All 7 of us are here. Rohit, Gargi, Ashok Law joined us yesterday. Shomik has been here for about 2-3 weeks. And Shubha and Debashish, we came together on the 12th. So that's the kind of team here. So you will get every update from every practice session and every nuance. We've kind of spread around. Some people are staying in hotels close to the Premadasa, so it's easier for them to commute from there. I'm in the Pakistan team hotel here and next to the Indian team hotel. So we kind of have an eye everywhere to try and give you the maximum possible news updates. Now the Pakistan training. I was there for the Pakistan training, very closely observing, and there was a kind of eerie calm. You can sense that the players are under pressure. You can sense that. At the same time, no player really wants to open up on that. Nobody will say this, but you could sense every time somebody came out from the group. They were practicing center wicket, by the way. There was center wicket practice going on. Even when Mike Hesson came out, you could sense, and when Saim Ayub and Mike Hesson was coming out and crossing each other, words with Mike Hesson spent time individually with all the players. He was trying to advise his players. He was spending time individually with most of the players. There was a lot of focus on Usman Tariq. There was a lot of focus. If you see, I think Shomik filed a copy, Shubhan filed a copy on Usman Tariq. Devashish took some outstanding photographs of Tariq when he was bowling, about that pause and more. So that stuff was there. Now, what is India's strategy against Usman Tariq? A lot of people we spoke to and former players, coaches, they said the moment Tariq takes a pause, pull out. The moment Tariq takes a pause, just pull out because you're entitled to doing so. The moment you do that, you throw him off gear. Think about this. Tariq takes a pause, the batsman pulls out. He has to go back. The umpire will have to intervene. he'll have to go back and refocus again. And if 4 or 5 times this happens, if 4 or 5 times this happens that he pulls out, the batter pulls out and Tariq is made to re-bowl, you must understand that the time lost could impact Pakistan's bowling over it. And that could eventually become very, very costly in a game like this if you don't have one player inside the, you're forced to have one player inside the wing at the very end. So the Usman Tariq formula could well be that you don't let Tariq settle down. He pauses, you pull out. And then leave it to the umpire to decide what's legitimate and what's not. But you can. And many people, multiple coaches we spoke to, former players here, said the same to us, that that's your best strategy. The moment, on pause, because because that's the kind of thing. Kuldeep's coach said the same. Ravi Ashwin said the same. Two Sri Lankan former greats who I spoke to yesterday here said the same to me. Multiple people have said the same, that the moment he pauses, he holds it, the batsman can pull out. And the moment the batsman pulls out, it will be a dead ball, and the umpire will have to ask him to re-bowl. That time consumed could impact Pakistan. That time consumed could impact the overhead. This is going to be a battle of a mental battle. This will be a battle of brains, a strategic battle, because they will try to Usman Tariq will try and get under the skin of the Indians, and the Indian team will also try and get under Usman Tariq's skin, because you throw him off gear, and if he's forced to push the ball faster in account of all of this, uh, in account of all of this, that's the thing. Uh, uh, that's the thing as far as Usman Tariq is concerned. So the Usman Tariq point, we have to be very clear what the Indian strategy. Thank you very much. Just was getting an important message from an ICC contact about practice sessions and details. So that's the Usman Tariq formula. That's the Usman Tariq formula that uh, and I think the Indians will manage that. So I think the Indians will manage that well. Uh, I the kind of tension that there is, and you have to also understand that in a match which is as high profile and as tense, if a bowler is thrown off gear, if a bowler is thrown off gear, it will be impossible for that bowler to come back, because the Indians have enormous firepower in their ranks. Never seen such fear around an individual bowler among fans since a long time. People overhyping him, yes, they are. Uh, yes, they are. Uh, you know, and one has to understand this very, very well. I think it's being overhyped because Pakistan has not been, uh, you know, Pakistan has not been competitive in this game. Pakistan has not been competitive in this rivalry in the recent past, and you need something, right? You need something to say, oh, you know what, we are there in the game. You could sense that. I was watching very closely uh, the body language. Say Babar Azam was walking out, and it was as if you could see his face intense, anxious. You could understand the tension. You can understand the pressure that these players are under. You can absolutely understand the pressure these players are under. You cannot escape that, and you must understand the kind of pressure these players are under. And I felt that This is a match where no one can lose. The political context is such, the political context is such that you cannot kind of afford that for anybody else to lose. It's amazing. It's kind of amazing that the build up has been such. Yesterday Sahibzada Farhan was talking to a few people, and he was asking a few Indian fans in the hotel lobby. We were all sitting there, that aap log yahan nahi aa sakte ho, hum nahi ja sakte, and you could have felt that this man is kind of helpless. The political, the big battle picture impacts these guys, and they have nothing to do with this. Sahibzada Farhan, and my first thought was, why did you do that gun thing? You are also kind of drawn into this. You become a part of this, which is not needed. As a player, you don't need to get into the act and do something foolish or something stupid. Haris Rao doing that celebration, thankfully he's not part of this, or from an Indian standpoint he ought to have been part of it and India would have nailed him again. But you can understand that no one really wants to lose this game, but there will be one winner and one loser. One team will win, one team will lose. I could sense from the Pakistan practice yesterday. I was very closely watching Saim Ayub. I was very closely watching. I was very closely watching Saim Ayub, Babar Azam, Usman Tariq, and I will tell you this. There was a lot of tension there. There was a lot of tension there. Uh, I don't think this is a 200 wicket. From the practice that I understood, a 180 190 score should or could be enough. A 180 or 190 score should or could be enough in this game. Indian combination, don't rule it past them if they include an additional spinner. Two things being discussed. One is Rinku Singh and one is Kuldeep Yadav. So Rinku Singh, given the fact that in the two matches he's not looked really great, and even against New Zealand, Washington Sundar is being considered for Rinku Singh is a possibility. We will have to closely observe today's practice to get a better understanding of this. And the second change is the inclusion of Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav, even in the Asia Cup, if you remember, incredible record against Australia. Pakistan, 4 wickets, 4 wickets in that spell of 4 overs, 4 for 30. After the first 2 overs of 24, incredible comeback to stop Pakistan on their tracks. So these are the two changes that India are considering. And the third will be Sanju Samson could have to miss out for Abhishek Sharma when Abhishek Sharma comes back. So the Indian team, you can think of these three possible changes: Abhishek Sharma for Sanju Samson, Washington Sundar for Rinku Singh is being considered, and the third is Kuldeep Yadav for Arshdeep Singh is also being considered. Having said that, Arshdeep Singh at the top of the order has always had this incredible knack of picking up wickets. So will India go with that? Will India go with that? We have to see. But Kuldeep Yadav, say somebody like a Babar, somebody like multiple Pakistan players, Kuldeep's left arm wrist spin has always troubled them. We know Babar in Manchester, we know how many times Kuldeep has done it against Pakistan. Kuldeep and Pakistan is a particular love affair. As far as Pakistan is concerned, I don't see too many changes. They will possibly want to go, and Shaheen Afridi's form for them is a problem. Shaheen Afridi at the top of the order, if the Indian openers get stuck in and Shaheen goes for a lot of runs and India gets off to a flyer, either Abrar or Shadab, I don't think Indians will be really fearful of, because they in the Asia Cup, Shadab wasn't there, Abrar was. But I don't think, having watched Shadab, by the way, Shadab was batting very well yesterday in the nets, hitting some really big sixes when he went out to bat in the center wicket. Shadab was looking good with the bat. But when you take a look, player by player, and if you say that, okay, by the way, it's clouding up, as I speak to you, there are some clouds forming, the sun has gone off, though far in that beach area I do see the sun, but it's kind of clouding up. So if there is weather interruptions, if there are rain delays, if you take skill set wise, if you take player by player, you will understand that the Indians are far better off than the Pakistan boys. Skill set wise, the Indians are far better off. So, keeping all of these things in mind, I think the fact that Pakistan has been in Colombo has kind of evened things out a little bit. The Indian team came in late last night, 10 o'clock, like I told you. They reached the ITC Ratnadeep around 10:30 and settled in. So India has very little time to acclimatize, train, practice, get going. Pakistan has been here for 2 weeks, so that kind of settles it a little bit. So skill set wise, talent wise, potential wise, it's India. And on the other side, the fact that Pakistan has been here for the longest time makes it Pakistan. So the contest has been evened up to an extent. India still favorites, according to me, 65-35. I will still say India. Having said that, Pakistan has kind of evened it up because of the fact that they've been in Colombo and have trained one more extra session at the Premadasa than India. And they know the conditions. They have played at the SSC. They know this last 2 weeks. So, in that sense, this could be a very interesting game. It's the mother of all spectacles. Everywhere you go, there's one thing: tickets. You know how much hotel room costs are? $500 to $600. $500 to $600, which means 50,000 rupees for a hotel room. 50,000 rupees for a hotel room, which normally costs 100 to 150, 120 to $140. So approximately about 13-14,000 rupees jo hotel room hota hai, that is now going at 50 to $55,000. Sorry, rupees. So that's the kind of cost. 4 times, 5 times costs have escalated. Transportation cost, hospitality, restaurants, everything is jam packed. I was at breakfast. The Aussie team was there. Some Pakistan boys were there. The whole place, it's huge here at the Cinnamon Life. It was chock a block. It was chock a block, I can tell you. So that's the spectacle. Sri Lanka, this is the biggest game of the T20 World Cup. For them, this is the one game that will give them their money. We'll be back at 12 o'clock. I need to quickly do a couple of things, get a few things sorted. I will be back with you at 12 o'clock. By then, Gargi, handshake nahi hoga, jo pooch rahe. By then, Gargi and Ashok will also join me. Plenty of action coming your way all through the day. Every live, every detail. Keep watching Rare Sports. Thanks for watching.